Hello, third grade. Today is Monday, April 13th, 2020. I hope you had a really nice weekend. At the end of this video, I'm going to give my shout outs for the 5 kids who did all of their work last week, who will get put into our raffle for the April drawing. If you didn't get it last week, then hopefully that motivates you to do all of your work this week so you can get added into that raffle. And then remember, at the end of the month, I will choose our prizes, which I still haven't quite decided. You guys gave me a wonderful list of things, so I'm going to keep thinking. And then at our cruise on Tuesday and Thursday, if you have any other ideas, let me know, and then we can choose those prizes hopefully by the end of the week. So stay tuned for that. Our to-do list today, first answer the attendance question for today. So I'm saying this in my literacy lesson too. This is your to-do list for every single day, so you have to read these on the stream. I'm getting a lot of students telling their parents they didn't know they needed to do things, and everything you need to do is here. Your list is pretty short, okay? So first, do your attendance. 4/13/2020 attendance, it's here. It is a what's the news, so you just tell me you have any news. Next, you listen to the pledge. Miss Noni's works really hard on these, so listen to them. Hear her wonderful voice. Then I will post our link for our video here as soon as I'm done with it. Then for math, you have 2-step story problem questions that I will get to after our lesson. Today you have PE for specials, so you click on this link here. This will take you to Mr. Estrada's class. Last week was lesson 1, so you've already done that. So if you keep scrolling down, you'll get to grades 3 through 6, your lesson 2. So you've got a warm-up and 2 different activities for you to do. And then he has your instructions here, okay? And then please make sure that you're always checking your Google Classroom for Miss Morgan if you were in her group. It would be in your classroom. So when you click on your classes, Miss Morgan should pop up if you're in her class, okay? Let's jump into our lesson for today. All right, and guys, I noticed in my literacy video on the slide, I have the 14th as the date. So sorry for the mistake. All right, we know our big idea with this unit is multiplying bigger numbers. So our target today is, as a mathematician, I can solve 2-step story problems, and that should be problems. Okay, so we have our first story problem. This is the same format we did last week, so that means that it looks the same. We're doing the same steps because these are the steps that will help us understand the problem we're solving before we start solving it. So it says, Aiden collects Pokemon cards and puts them in a binder filled with pages that hold 9 cards each. His goal is to collect 270 cards by the end of the year. Right now, Aiden has filled 11 pages in his book. How many more cards does he need to collect to meet his goal? And I noticed have a mistake here and put them in a binder. Okay, but that's okay. Before we solve it, we're trying to figure out, what is this problem asking you to do? How many Pokemon cards are on one page? How many more cards does Aiden need to meet his goal? Or how many cards does Aiden have altogether? Remember that hint. It's always in the question. Okay, so our question is asking us, how many more cards does Aiden need to meet his goal? Now we're going to write an equation. First, we need to figure out how many cards Aiden has. So he has a binder that holds 9 cards each. He has 11 pages in the book filled already. So if there are 9 cards on each of those 11 pages, we're going to do 9 times 11. Then we need to figure out how many more he needs to meet his goal. So this is our equation. We have to solve 9 times 11 first, and then we're going to take 270 minus that number, and that will tell us how many more cards he needs to meet his goal, because we know his goal is to collect 270 cards by the end of the year. Remember, that letter stands for the part we're trying to figure out. You could put any letter you want there. So now it's time to solve. Wow, look at that beautiful drawing. Wow, whew, what an artist. So we have our equation we chose here, and I showed you that one page looks like this. and it can hold 9 different cards, and he has 11 of these, and the goal is to get to 270. So first, we need to solve 9 times 11, which equals 99. Then we need to take his goal of 270 and subtract 99 from it, and that will give us our answer. But this is not a problem I can do in my head, so I went ahead and showed my work on a different page. When you're solving math problems, you still need to show your work. Even though you have a multiple choice question, you still need to show your work at home. So this week, if I'm finding that on our math problems you're getting 0, I will reassign something new for you to do on Friday. Friday is kind of our catch-up day to make sure that we have done our Zearn lessons, and if you're in My Literacy, you've done your Amplify, and you finished your math and literacy lessons from the week. So if you are not doing your work and you're rushing through it, or maybe you're really not understanding it and you're not asking for help, I'm going to reassign something different. So it won't be the same problems, it will be new ones. So make sure that if you are not sure how to solve something, you're coming to ask me questions during my office hours, and I'll tell you more about that. Or you are taking your time and showing your work on a piece of paper, okay? So here's my work. I took 270 minus 99. I knew I couldn't do 0 minus 9, so I borrowed from the 10 next door, which turned into a 6. 10 minus 9 equals 1. 6 minus 9 can't do it, so I borrowed from the neighbor. The 2 turned into a 1. The 6 turned into 16. 16 minus 9 equals 7. So he still needs 71 more cards to meet his goal. Okay, so we did that. 9 times 11 equals 99. 270 minus 99 gets us 71 more cards. Okay, so now you'll go into Google Classroom and I'll show you what you're working on. Today, I also have some multiplication facts in there at the bottom to work on solving our 11s. Before we left, we were practicing 11s, and we know that 11s are just as easy as 10s are because it's the same number. So if I'm multiplying 11 times 9, it's 99. If I'm multiplying 2 times 11, it's 22. So those are just some practice problems for you. Okay, let me get out of here and go into our problems for today. So we have Aurelia collects gel pens. She keeps them in a special box that has 9 compartments. Compartments are just like spots to hold things. Each compartment holds 7 gel pens. She already has filled 6 compartments. How many gel pens will the box still hold? So I have a little picture here for you. This is her box. It's got 9 little spots. She can fit 7 pens in each one, and she's filled up 3. So we can see there's still 3 spots open, and each spot holds 7 pens. Okay, so we have our first one. What is the problem asking you to figure out? What equation could you use to solve this? How many gel pens will the box still hold? And then you have some multiplication facts like I said here, okay? Make sure that you're showing your work when you're solving these and stacking problems when you need to do them, okay? The last thing I have for us today is I will put, during my office hours, I will put the link to a Google Meets. You do not have to come to this. This is optional for you if you are struggling on something, you don't know where to find something, or if you just want to check in at 2 o'clock and say, hey, I think I finished everything for the day. Can you check? I will be happy to check for you. I will put the link up here. It will only be here from 2 to 3, and then it will disappear again. This chat is just a time for us to ask questions, so it's not really just to chat and hang out, especially with each other. If you are doing that, I will ask you to leave. So the expectation during the office hours is only if you have questions, you click on the link and come in. If you don't, then we will see each other on Tuesday at our next virtual crew meeting, okay? As promised, our shout outs from last week are 5 students who did all of their work. Are Aiden, Mason, Adrian, Bradley, and Miguel. So congratulations, you 5. Your names are going into our raffle ticket or our raffle drawing for our April challenge. If you would like to get into that, make sure you finish all your work. If you're not sure you're finishing it all, check in with me during office hours this week, okay? Have a great week. Bye-bye.